Well, that was a little bit of a different transition that I had going on there. But that's okay. That's okay. Welcome, everyone, to MogTalk 100. Guys, we're here. We've done it. We're here again. And we are starting this episode off, of course, with one of the most important members of the MogTalk show, Kerora.
Why?
If you guys are unfamiliar with who Kerora is, she is my fiance. I proposed to her at the NA Fan Fest in a hotel room after I was really angry about losing the PvP match.
Oh yeah, we'll just say that's what you were angry about, sure.
Yeah, I mean, I was upset. I was upset about running into that other base. But yes, Kerora is one of the most important people here because she has been here every single episode. She's been on episodes and she's like, man, I don't like coming on podcast. I hate it, but I'll fill in for you because you want me to. And she's begrudgingly done that multiple times. She's also collected multiple questions from the chat to make sure your voice is heard during the show, and we can actually answer questions. And she's been awesome. I think a good amount of you guys should know who she is if you ever seen the show at all. The love of my life, Kerora.
I did not expect that intro. Now I'm blushing.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it's true. It's true. It is absolutely true. And I don't think I wouldn't be here with MogTalk 100 without Kerora. I do this show, and there's been plenty of times when I've been doing the show, and I'm like, hey, look, next week's my last episode. I'm done. I'm out of here. I can't do this anymore. I'm really upset because, like, things don't feel like they're going well, and I'm getting exhausted and tired. And Kurt's like, it's okay. And she just, like, gives me a back massage, and she's like, you'll be all right. She doesn't give me a back massage, but she makes me feel a lot better. And so definitely it's been absolutely amazing over these last 2 years. Of course, there's some times where I can't do episodes at all because I have to be out of town, and work makes it really rough. It really does. But I still, after these last 99 episodes, I have definitely been happy that I could be here with you guys today. I didn't think I was going to make it to 100. When we were doing MogTalk 50, it was a joke. It was like, oh yeah, if we get to 50 episodes, sure, I'll do a 24-hour episode. Yeah, whatever. We didn't do a 24-hour episode because that's insane. I don't think I could ever handle that. But I will be doing, today is a 10-hour episode. So, Kerr, are you ready for today? Are you going to bear through all this with me today?
So ready.
Yeah? Yeah?
What is this? I'm going to deviate a little bit.
Sure.
Did Klops get a new account?
Yep. Klopp's got a new account. TTV. It's not a poser.
It confused me.
Like, all the people on Twitch are given the opportunity to change their name.
That's what they do.
So a lot of people have changed their name. Yep.
I gotcha.
So don't worry too much. Today is going to be a 10-hour episode, though, for sure. And I am going to pull up the schedule, and we'll go over this real quick. Of course, now, first thing we're going to do today is we're going to introduce the show. That's what we're doing right now. Then the next hour, we are going to bring on Balana and Shamanark, two of the most, the people who have helped me out in huge binds. So I'm like, hey, I need somebody. They've come on the show. They've been on the show tons of times. Balana just told me he was on 10 or 11 episodes. That's over a tenth of all of the shows that we've ever done.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing that he's been able to help out as much as he has. But him and Shamanark are going to come on. I'm going to ask them questions about MogTalk, get some criticism if I can. And then, most importantly, during that segment, I am going to do a release of information from a small interview I did with Yoshida. I sent, about 2 weeks ago, I sent an email out to him, and I was like, hey, can you guys give me some answers? And they're like, okay, here you go. Here's your answers. I've been saving them for this show. So look for that. There's some interesting tidbits in there. I think you guys should at least stick around for that. I wanted to do it around the beginning of the show so people later in the show could have talking points if they wanted to pull talking points from that. Plus, I wanted people who weren't going to be able to stay through the entire thing to get that juicy bit of information that I have. I heard you typing, by the way, Kerr.
Sorry.
Unprofessional.
I had to answer question.
Oh, okay.
It's my modly duties.
All right. After that, guys, we are bringing on Layla, Bale, and Voxfall. Voxfall? Yeah, I think that's how you say it. And we're going to be talking about world first tanking. These guys are world-class tanking buddies. Hour after that, we're bringing on Miztech and Pukajitsu, two partner Twitch streamers who are going to come on and talk about Final Fantasy XIV streaming. Then we are going to talk to Draconis and Dinmo. Dinmo, this is his first time on the show, and we're going to be talking about content creation. After that, we got Goka and Kyo. Kyo is his first time being on the show as well. Vox is his first time too, by the way. They're going to come on the show and talk about becoming a better player, basically their experiences with pugs and everything else. I am expecting really, really great things for that. Then after that, we're going to try to get Ethis on here. If we can get Ethis on the show and not be 30 minutes late like he was last time, that would be amazing. I don't know if you guys remember that, but Sly had to fill in for him for 20 minutes during his segment.
Did you make sure to have Sly on near Ethis?
Yeah, I should have. Not yet, though. It's just going to be me and Ethis and I are going to talk about lore in general going forward in the Stormblood and these upcoming patches. The hour after that, we have Arthas and Bok Choi coming on. I don't know if you guys saw the episode where they sat there and yelled at each other for about 2 hours, but I mean, we're bringing that back to talk about NA and JP rating. Those guys are absolutely amazing. Bok's amazing to listen to. I could listen to him all day, talk about the game. And Arthas is absolutely insane. I love listening to him to be like, holy fuck, you're ridiculous. So we got that going on. Then after that, we have a secret ultra special with Xenosysfex, which is a segment that I hope you guys will enjoy. I don't know if you remember the last time Xeno was on the show for MogTalk 50 with his special segment. I think this one's going to be a little bit more informative than it is comedic. I know last time it was absolutely Dank Titan, I think is what we're looking for on that one. But we'll see what happens with this hour. And I'm not going to reveal anything. You guys are going to find out when you get there at the last hour. Then, of course, we'll close out the show. It's going to be a big day. It's going to be a big day, guys. I hope
Please look forward to it.
Yeah, please look forward to it. I spent a lot of time getting this together and hoping that this will make somewhat of an entertaining show. And we have a lot of MogTalk Future to talk about, too, at the very end of the show, so look forward to it. And yeah, hopefully I don't break down in tears or anything at the very end of the show like I did last time. Kerr was so, I think, freaked out from that. She didn't talk to me. She was like, ugh.
No, I made a sad onion emote afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
Right after. It's not on the channel anymore, though.
Yeah, we had to take it off to give it to Phil Chromosomes, man.
Yeah.
But that's all right. We got it.
It's on your Discord. It's all right.
It's on my Discord. If you guys want to join in the Discord, feel free to. But today is not about advertising. I'm not going to be here trying to sell myself. I just want to give you guys something good. So each segment is going to be about 50 minutes long with 10 minutes of setup. So somewhere between like the top of the hour to 50 minutes afterwards will be the show, and then 10 minutes of setup, struggling to try to get everything together. I did, for this segment, create a highlight reel for the last 49 episodes. And so that's about 15 minutes long or so. If you, I hope you guys like it. I thought it was cool. It took me about somewhere between 5 to 10 hours to do. I lost track of time. But we got all that together. I see Kerr just like sneakily typing over there.
You don't see anything.
Hey, we'll get that message out there.
What's going on?
It'll be a proper bod. Jeez. Yeah, and guys, we don't have a section dedicated to being salty about eye level 280 weapons in Diadem. I know you guys were looking forward to that, but there is no episode of that today.
So I've done none of the new stuff. I haven't even heard of any of the new stuff.
Well,
I've only been playing Zelda, and that's it. That's like my whole day.
Yeah, I mean, Zelda pretty much just takes away everything. It's funny, like, she's not even joking.
No, it's true. I play like, the time I wake up, it's like 12 hours of Zelda and then go back to sleep. But,
Yeah.
So anyways, 280 weapons dropping everywhere in there, right?
Not everywhere. It's supposed to be rare. And apparently Yoshida said today, guys, stop crying about it. It was like, it's rare, and it's not like you're gonna get one. Like, you might get one. It's like winning the jumbo jackpot, right? It's just content to have something really, really rare at the very end of it.
Yeah.
And then so It's been pretty funny. It's been a awesome salt ride.
10 out of 10.
Oh yeah, did he say that the anime was also better than 280?
Yeah. What?
Yeah, so it's been an interesting week with that introduction of Diadem.
Maybe he's going insane.
No, I don't think he's going insane. It's just like I don't know what's happening with that. Oh, you have the same chairs, the same color, J1? I didn't know if she would like orange. Yeah, but I bought her orange, and she's like, okay. Are you starting to really like it now?
What, me?
Mm-hmm.
Starting to like this chair?
Yeah, you said best chair. I know you were uncomfortable at first.
Chair. No, it's like way better than the last one I had.
Yeah.
My back doesn't hurt when I sit in it. So that's an improvement.
Yes, Eden, I'm pretty sure if it's today, I'm missing your FC Diadem event. I thought it was yesterday, but it's rough. Okay, so without further ado, I figure it's around that time that we can start that highlight reel, and then we'll come back and we'll say a few last words before we actually start the show.
Oh, there's more.
Huh?
Wait, you have more highlights?
Well, no. So the intro of the show was a crunched down 1 minute version of the highlight reel I had before for the first 50 episodes.
Okay.
And so now I have an extended kind of 51 to 99 highlight reel for the last year or so of MogTalk, and it's been pretty interesting. It was kind of cool to watch through all that again.
Okay, sounds good.
So let me get over here. I'm gonna get my studio mode on. Hold on, and then I'm gonna pull this little thing up. Let's see, highlight 100. Oh God, VLC, why would you make that noise? Oh, I'm so sorry, everybody. It wanted to do that too.
I need to hear it too, so I suffer.
I don't know if you want to suffer. Where's highlight reel's good? We're gonna turn that to here, and hopefully this is loud enough. If not, I will be restarting it. There's gonna be a lot of little hiccups during the show. I tried to get it set up as much as I could, but I can see everybody heard the sound. But we'll see how that works out. So hold on 1 second here. I'm gonna try to get this intro going, and I'm gonna mute you again, Kerr.
Okay.
And we will be back here in just a second. Where is that little zoom button? There it is. All right.
Like, there's this like common monk ego thing because the monk job is not very complex. Everybody feels like they figured it out, and they probably did, honestly. It's like it's
definitely I've definitely put a fair share of my chips on the table for the feast,
Okay.
and I'm hoping to buy Grandma a new pair of shoes on that. So we'll see.
Yeah, MLG.
This has been a good patch. I really like it. Everybody I talked to has enjoyed it. The fights are fun and engaging. All the side content is great. I actually got a chance to go through the main story quest on my alt and actually watch all the cutscenes.
Wow.
And the story in this patch is actually really good. And I haven't done Hildebrand yet.
This is like an amateur kill video kind of thing here, and so what I'll be trying to do is obviously point out mistakes too. So like, do not do this.
So look, what I'm gonna do. This is what we're gonna do.
Everything's a combo. Like everything has to go together.
You missed. Like you missed both your spine shatter, your dragonfire, and your get circle in one burst.
We don't have to talk about that live, man. Oh my god.
Yeah, they got this.
Okay.
They got 3 seconds. Boom! LB's gonna kill it.
Oh.
Possible, yes.
If the QA team had seen the bug happen
and didn't do anything about it, that's a bigger problem.
That is
a bigger problem.
So in my mind, they went through the fight maybe a couple of times and they tried different ways, and it just never happened.
If someone has a go at you, then don't just write it off as saying, even if they are like being a bit of a dick and like they're annoyed at you or whatever, just like take the step to say, oh, maybe I could have done that better. And that, because then you're going to improve. Because in solo queue, you can't rely on your teammates because there's no synergy whatsoever in the vast majority of times. So you have to do the absolute most you can to carry.
Their culture happen to be like that, Like
Yeah,
Marco says, they don't want to be nitpicked. Oh my god, you suck, They don't want to be like, I'm really weak in this group. They want to be like, I want to be in this group. I want people to notice me. So that next time when I join the party finder, people will be like, oh, I remember this guy because like Marco is saying,
the fight. But if you have high numbers and then sometimes you don't really have high numbers, it's like really hard to anticipate what comes next.
Yeah.
So consistency over like high DPS, anytime.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I agree.
The other part is that I realized that when you're a raider, you have raid relationships, aka people that are really good at raiding and adjusting and taking criticisms and all that sort of stuff. And then you have friends, and not always are friends good people to raid with.
Right.
And I realized that I more enjoyed the game playing it with friends than I did playing it with raiders.
Yeah.
Becoming comfortable, because now I think like our raid leader basically just asks every time, even if they know that you know what you did. Just verbalizing it sometimes will help you get over it. It even helps me sometimes, like saying it out loud, even if I know exactly what I did wrong and I've been like, you know, it's like a nail in my head right now, just punishing myself for what I did wrong. Saying it, you know, it gives you the opportunity to like get over it and move on and fix your mistake, continue on.
The goal with the healing cooldown is to match your strongest cooldowns with their strongest burst. Because with your strongest cooldowns, with Sacred Prism especially, you can live through their strongest burst.
Geo Crush, when he did that move, it hit so fucking hard. It hit for like 2,000 damage. You only have like 2,300 life. If you're not like shielded and fully top, yo, dead as shit. Dead as fuck. Dead as fuck. Instantly. Just dead. And his Mountain Busters, man, they fuck tanks up.
And you always feel behind, which is always, I think, is a limitation of an MMO, unless it was, I don't even know how you would do something where you just, all those like carrot rewards and leveling systems aren't a part of the game.
So when what Bahamut has done to Nail is two things. Nail was already technically dead when Bahamut tempered him. Nail's ether is dispersing. Bahamut's seen it dispersing and has gone, nah, I want that dude, that's my bitch.
Me, derpty derp. I got me my Black Mage stuff on. Look at this. I look like Vivi. I look like fire casting it.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing? Welcome to MogTalk. Today is Saturday, July 2nd.
Like, I don't know. I don't think role-playing is bad. I don't think cybering or erotically role-playing is bad. I just don't personally partake, really.
Right. And it is a lot of fun to make fun of. It really is.
I mean, it is. And it's kind of funny. And I think that as long as people aren't like super embarrassed or something, people will kind of make fun of themselves too, you know?
So that's another one that we're going for in the future. You guys are just over there having a whole side conversation. Not anything that we're talking about right now.
It's so bad.
You're just talking about Snorlax and Walmart. And so like these are why these tangents are born on the show. And we go into so many of these little tangents on the show. Jesus. It's okay. You're just brainlessly going through some of this stuff sometimes, right? And then when you hit the traps and everything, you're like, oh, this is dumb. It's okay. That's what makes it more exciting. That's the only thing that makes it exciting is the part that you could fail if someone does something stupid.
This game you can't clear with Astro, and there's no reason for you to give up on it. I feel like there are going to be more buffs coming Astro's way.
Keep on, you're going to see him maybe, he's going to maybe look at you, but don't worry about it. Keep your eyes on him, keep on casting. It's 1-800-CAT-BUTT. www.catgirlbutts.com.
So if we're going to have to deal with critics and criticism like that, then why bother twisting yourself into knots to make sure that every line of, every piece of information and every line that you say is 100% factually accurate?
Paladins can, they're just really good. I don't know. They up your healer DPS. You can do stupid amounts of cheese like A6 Brawler, for example, the single drill. You can just cover a melee that wants a parse.
And you know, if raiding is a thing, and I know it gets stressful, but if raiding is a thing that breaks up friendships, and I've lost friends because I've removed people from the team, and you know, it shouldn't come down to that. Like,
see everybody having fun. We a lot of times when we're in backstage,
in the green room, people may think, oh, the green room, they're hanging out back there, dev team just chilling. And I'm like, no, mostly we're like, planning the next stage event or working on what's coming up next, or hastily eating a meal in the back room before we can go into our next thing.
What I'm hoping is that if people like my voice, and like my point of view that I bring when I sing Final Fantasy songs, I'm hoping they will give my music a chance and listen to that. Because
I think I don't know what to make of it, honestly, because it seems to come out of nowhere. And just in my mind, like, where's the sudden interest coming from? That's because earlier we were talking about how the competition is kind of dying with Lucrezia being gone.
So this is potentially going to be one of the easiest raid tiers, potentially, but you never know.
Okay, these world-class first, these exceptional people, which probably I can count with one hand or with my feet, probably 16, 24 people. Okay, let's just say first World 3 matters the most, all right? Probably these 24 people is what Yoshida is talking about. These people, with their skills, will probably take 5 to 7 days to clear.
What kind of player are you? And I'll start with you, Kevy. Are you a kind of casual player? Do you role play? Do you ERP? What do you do, Kinky Kevy?
What is ERP exactly?
This is great. So for you guys who don't know what ERP is, so RP, role play, right?
Yes.
And so if you throw the E in front of it, it's erotic. And so erotic role play.
As serious as a hardcore progression. We test players, we put them under stress, and we see how they react. And this is one of the things I've seen in every member in that group.
Some people just think it's monk.
It's a monk.
It's just a monk? You think it's just a monk?
I think it might be. Here's my crazy theory, is that before we got Ninja, we had, who was it? It was Fancred doing like ninja stuff.
4層はやったことありますか2人とも。
新後編の4層。そうですね、僕に関しては両方ともやったことありますね。ゼロ式とノーマルっていうか、当時で言ったら
So we can meet the middle. We can agree that it's Ida, even if you still think that it's a dancer.
Yeah, I mean, come on, all right, I know what classes are going to be there. I was told by a secret source that it's going to be samurai and it's going to be a red mage. Done.
Mm-hmm.
My secret source is myself. So, I mean, Noriko, what are your thoughts on no boss on floor 200?
I mean, I was really disappointed. And then hearing that information at the floor 196 wipe really was just really?
Alexander, I think what they need to do is take the difficulty curve of Alexander, Gordius to Midas to Creator, flip that right around. Have the first one be the easier one, the second one be the harder one, and make the last one make everybody quit the game.
Initially, we weren't aiming at anybody. Initially, it was supposed to be an FC newsletter.
Mm-hmm.
I was joking with these guys earlier that it started because of glamour prisms. We've always, the first tab of our FC chest, we have free glamour prisms. Anyone in the FC can take out. They don't need to ask, as long as they're not reselling them on the market board, take as many as they need. And no one knew about it. So we thought, well, how do we communicate that plus other things like, oh, this person is now an officer or whatever, other FC news. How do we communicate that to people in the FC? Well, why don't we do a newsletter? So we just did it, and it was supposed to be more of a joke than anything. But then it got put on Reddit, and people seemed to like it. So each issue after that, it just kind of got bigger and bigger. And as we added more stuff,
if you think about it, a Dark Knight needs to be a main tank because, he gets his MP back from Blood Price.
Yeah.
That too. And
Blood Price, Reprisal, and low procs. It's just Dark Knight's way too locked into the main tank role. Whereas, honestly, I feel like Paladin, it's generally considered to be a main tank, but I feel like it's a perfectly viable off tank if you have a skilled warrior.
I don't know. Something. They just got to come up with something. I mean,
free month to sub.
I don't know.
Even if you had the up to eye level, the fact that you're going into 4.0 means that it's going to be worthless. Because one of the things that kept me around before 3.0 was uncertainty about the status of our gear.
So if you have the L, the entrance was here and the exit was here. So you had a flow of people.
Huh. That's kind of interesting. Because, I mean,
it works. It works. It actually works.
Reasoning behind not having the servers labeled by population is probably something like, well,
if somebody sees like this is the most populated server, they're just going to join that server and never join the other ones, right? But if they're not labeled at all, people are just going to go on some forum or Google or whatever and be like, which server should I join? And everybody says, go to Gilgamesh, it's cool. And then like, okay, see ya. And then everybody goes to Gilgamesh anyway.
Right.
Meanwhile, the people who join the small servers suffer for it.
I like how almost every single like impression of someone who's like plays games on PCs is always just like that. It's always that.
I also would shout out to my family, but they're not really into the gaming thing. Like when I told them about this, they're like, huh? But they understand, which is nice, and I thank them for that if they happen to.
PvP is to fuck with their mind and make them like, I'm never going to come back, and I'm never want to play this game again. That is
Especially okay, so like whenever you die in Ion, you like respawn, right? And like, okay, so when you respawn, there's like guards and shit. So basically, if you're on the opposite race, the guards will attack you. But let me tell you, all right? Let me tell you, there is no better feeling than fucking suiciding in like a fucking bat out of hell. You suicide and you got like 9 guards on you. You got like 3 seconds to live. But you know what? You only needed 1 GCD to kill that nerd, and you fucking got it. And right after you kill him, right, you just fucking obliterate him, right? And then boom, the guards kill you. But you know what? It don't even matter, because gotcha, bitch. And you just dip out.
But like for 11, I didn't record for 2 or 3 weeks, just because we were on the same thing. We're trying to get through that thing. And if nothing happens notably when I'm recording something, I just delete it. But you know, you've got fights like Sophia that took literally 1 lockout. So I had an hour and 45 minutes of footage to make a video out of.
Okay, this guy might need a Spire or a Ewer, right? But I'm not. I don't try to overthink the cards. My default mode is look for balance and arrow, right? And then certain parts of the fight, I might be like, okay, bull and tank is kind of decent here, so I will settle for that. And certain times it's just like, okay, someone died, so if I get a Spire, maybe I'll give it to them. But yeah, by default, it's looking for DPS cards.
What happens when, like, you know, 3 years from now, you're like, man, I really wish this information was somewhere. Oh, it's in a Google Doc from years ago, right? It's like, put it on the wiki. Like, it's always going to be easier to find instead of buried in Reddit somewhere.
To something else that we wanted to talk about, but
yeah,
I'm hopeful they're going to use Samurai to address a lot of the issues, or at least starting to address those issues related to the debuffs, slashing, piercing, blunt, which is driving a lot of the meta problems that are associated with statics. So I honestly think...
Okay.
What I would like them to fix is give us right DPS increases. Make ley lines useful for other people. As much as I dislike the idea of people standing in my ley lines, if it gives people more damage, I'd love that.
It even sounds stupid to me normally. Like the top 100 title is Hunter Wolf, right? And that just sounds better.
Yep.
Okay. Something like Beta. Like Beta is just like associated with like subordination, like being submissive. Like it doesn't seem like a good thing to be, even though.
And we are back.
We're back.
We're back, guys. That's it for that episode. That not that episode, but you know what I'm talking about.
Bye.
No,
See you guys next week.
No, guys, no. That's it for that. Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun going through all those episodes. It took a little while to do it, but I thought it was fun. It was fun. Did you watch that, Kerr?
I did.
Did you like it? Did you like it?
I did.
Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah, it was cute.
It's cute?
Yeah, it's just cute.
It's funny
Not
because,
cool.
like, when... it's funny, like, I looked at episode 1 through 50 and then went through 51 through 59, and seeing there wasn't, like, a huge difference in 51 to 59, I felt like we sort of hit this point to where we found something that actually was pretty good. Goddamn VLC, now you're making loud noises for everybody and making them not want to watch the show anymore. But like every time a video ends, it makes a doo-doo-doo, but that's okay. So that being said, I think that it was pretty awesome to see that transition, because between 1 to 50, the show evolved amazingly. Oh my god, I don't want you to do it anymore. I was trying to redo the highlight reel. It's okay. Who cares? It's MogTalk 100 today, guys. It's celebrate time. We're celebrating all day, and I'm expecting little hiccups like that to happen throughout the entire show. But yeah, no, we actually hit something that was pretty good, and we kept it straightforward from 51 to 59, almost the exact same layout that we have right now. The other things I noted while going through those videos is that Balana, you could see, of course, that progression of his beard, right? He was telling me how he shaved one time between one of the first couple episodes he was on there, and then since then it was just straight through letting it grow out for the show. I hope that he continues to do it, and that he eventually turns into a 100% gray beard wizard.
He'll be Balana the Gray.
Balana the Gray. Yeah, that works. So, I mean, that was pretty cool. And seeing a lot of people's opinions on things, and how it was before, like Astro, like everybody was like, oh, Astros are kind of weak, but they'll get some buffs. And then we saw what happened, right? And then I told you guys what the jobs were going to be before any of them were announced. Like, that's before JP FanFest. Like, we already kind of assumed it was Red Mage a little bit before then. And we kind of assumed Samurai. But I think 60% of the population thought it was Samurai Red Mage. So it's not that big of a deal. But I did it anyways, guys. I called it. So believe me when I say I know the future. So
yeah, the only people who say believe me are the people that shouldn't be trusted.
Maybe or Naruto. Believe it.
He says believe it. That there's a difference.
Okay, I gotcha. Believe it. Oh, Kerr. Okay, so a lot of things you've missed, by the way, Pook, were really awesome. I saw that come up in chat, and I was like, yep, you just missed the whole highlight reel, man. So we're going to set up for this show today, and Kerr, is there anything in particular you are looking forward to in today's show?
Looking forward to everything.
Everything?
Especially Xeno's little segment at the end.
It's going to be pretty awesome. I think that we are going to see something, last time, again, it was a big joke, but I feel like this time it's going to be a little bit more serious. So we'll see how it works out. You guys, hopefully you can predict what it is. Maybe you can't. I don't know. The second part here is when going through those videos, you guys mentioned a lot of things about me not dressing up as much. Kerr, did you want me to dress up more?
No, I was just commenting.
You just get okay.
I noticed, and then you stopped.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It felt weird. I don't feel like I have enough dress-up clothes, good-looking clothes to do on the show, or else I would do it. I mean, this shirt's good. This is Final Fantasy shirt. I like this shirt a lot.
Okay. Looks like I gotta go on a shopping spree for you.
Shopping spree? I gotcha. Oh, yeah, and I tried to... Of course, every time I saw an ERP message or someone saying something about ERP, of course I'm going to put that in the highlight reel, right? Yeah, going through those videos, basically I had to just constantly click through it until I saw something that was like, oh, this is a really good statement. Then I just clipped it off and put it in there. So if you guys were on the show, but I did not record you guys talking, which I think I got most people. If I didn't record you guys talking, I'm sorry, but you didn't have the more interesting statement that I found.
Oh, yeah, let me know if you need water. Just like, send me a message to Google Talk and be like, hey, bitch, I need some water.
Hey, bitch. I don't think I can. Every time like I even think about that jokingly, I can't do it.
And then I'd throw it in your face.
Oh, okay. That sounds about right then. Sounds about right. All right, so let's see. What else do I got to do to prepare you guys? And for this show, Kerr, the big things that you're going to be doing is you're going to be collecting questions, right?
And playing Zelda, yes.
And playing Zelda? You already played so much Zelda. What are you talking about?
I haven't played today yet.
Okay. That's fine. Kerr is going to be helping collect questions throughout the show. Since we have time limits on these shows, though, some of the questions may not get answered at all. So just kind of bear in mind with that. Like we do have to keep this stuff in moderation, or else we're not going to be able to do the show. So that's how we got all the different segments today. So
yes.
All right, and you're also going to be in charge of making sure I have water and coffee and food, right? And making sure I stay alive. Okay, maybe not. I might die this episode, guys.
Where's the fine print?
Fine print?
Fine print on the contract.
It's on your finger. That ring I gave you.
Oh, I left it upstairs.
What the hell is this? I want an engagement divorce.
It is too big, though.
I'm gonna send it back. Gonna send it back, man. It's done. It's done. The things that you guys might notice in the schedule today is there's not going to be any kind of PvP show. There's not going to be any kind of crafting show. PvP I did not do because we had a 3-hour show just last week on it. And the too big. And then the segment for crafting, we've never really done a crafting episode of MogTalk before. And I didn't feel like I had enough time to really prepare a good one. So we're going to do a full crafting episode, hopefully within the next 2 weeks or so. So, yeah, that's about it. And I think there's not too much more to say about this besides, you know, we talked about the topics. We talked about what you're doing, Kerr. We talked about the show in general. We did the video reel. All right, well, I think that's good. We're going to have a little bit of a shorter segment this time. I feel like we've introduced it well enough. We're going to get setup stuff going for hour 1. And that will start here in about 20 minutes or so. And if you guys want, I could do the highlight reel again. I don't know if you guys really want me to do that, but I can make that roll.
Yeah,
again.
for those that have missed it, I guess.
Yeah, we could
it's
do it.
It's going to be 20 minutes.
20 minutes, yeah. Well, I mean, we'll probably have to cut the highlight reel short or something at some point because I need to get some other stuff set up. But yeah, we could do it. So I can run the highlight reel again. And then we'll be back here in 20 minutes with Shaman Arc and Balana to discuss MogTalk questions. Haha! If you guys paid attention to earlier in the show, you know what that means. Okay. Kurt, say bye, and she'll be in chat. Bye, guys. Bye. We will see you in a little bit, guys. Thanks for being here.